Hello, everybody. We are live. I'm going to go post the link on our website so everybody can come and hang out with us. And I go here, I click edit page. Here's this scenario edit page. Patience, patience, patience. Um, then it pops up. Go down to, it take forever. Go down to the page, link to join. Right click, paste, shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update. Came out bold for some reason. I don't want it to be bold. And then update the page. And then we patiently wait for it to reboot. Today we are doing on arpeggio. We are doing After the Ball. We're playing 5'2", and we're playing Tonight You Belong to Me. I don't think we're going to get through all that. Do you? I doubt it, but let's find out if we can. Let's go post this over here on the website. Tupper Ukulele Baritone, Love in the Alley, Tin Pan Alley, Day 1, YouTube. Website is https://jollyrogerukulele.com. Then my face pops up, and then I need to go download the graphic for the week. I don't have it on this computer. Let's see. Let's double check the link is working correctly. It is. That'll get everybody in here. Let me go download our new graphic, which has way too much stuff on it. Save image as link. And then I need to start a folder. New folder, ukulele, enter, double click, save, and let's go to Twitter, add the image, go to ukulele, kick your fanny Friday, Love in the Alley, hit tweet. Let's see what it looks like on Twitter. Oh, it looks good. I can hear the ukuleles calling. Very nice. Yep. Twitter's handled. Website's handled. You guys are all here. I'm still messing around with the computer. I can close that page. Yeah, I'll leave. And I'm working on fixing that. There's that. All right, here we go. How exciting. Great day today. We're getting back into Tin Pan. A few months back, some point in the distant past, we had Flapper Week where we did some of these songs. We're gonna have a few couple of new Tin Pan Alleys. A little bit broader perspective, I think. A little bit higher skill set this time around. And so today, guys, those of you who are setting in, let's grab that arpeggio prep page because I do want to make sure that we are keeping up with our arpeggios this week. I don't think I might add an arpeggio on toward the end of the week, but I don't know. We'll see what I have time to get done. We'll see. So sometimes I have more ambition than time to complete the ambition. Any of you guys run into that ever? Where you're like, yeah, I was going to do this, but I didn't have time to do it. So that's my life. I think that's my whole life. Eventually we get to it all. I'm going to go grab my songs for today. I don't think I downloaded them into the gadget yet. So let's get the gadget up and running. That's the download. I'll just download them there. So we're going to be, the arpeggio prep has already in here. So we're going to be playing After the Ball, dun, 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 After the Ball baritone, After the Ball ukulele. We are also playing 5'2". I don't know, guys. I don't remember if I did any significant edits to it. So you probably, those of you guys who were playing it previously, will probably be just fine with what's in your book. I don't think I cleaned it up in any way. I don't remember, but I doubt it. 5'2" baritone. I think probably what I did was create. Did we already have a baritone version? 5'2" ukulele. And then I need to get, today we're doing Tonight You Belong to Me, which I know the baritone version. That's the first time we've done that. So you'll need that. QRS. Tonight You Belong, RST. Wow, we got so much music, you guys. There it is. Tonight You Belong to Me, baritone. Tonight You Belong to Me, ukulele. All right, we download everybody. Okay, and then we'll be ready to roll. Who's logged in here this morning? Lynn is here. It's cold up in New Jersey. Cindy's here. Hacha. It's Hacha here. Ronnie is in from New Mexico. Beautiful there. Terry's in from northern Colfax, north of Colfax. Sunny and windy up there. Jack, and is Barbara with him? Snow flurries 9 degrees. It's terrible up in Illinois and Michigan. Amy is here. She's local. Janice is in from Australia. Sunny, warm in Sydney. Pauline, looking forward to this. Yay, Pauline. We got cut off in the middle of guitar today, so Pauline's missing some energy. Isn't the Flapper Dictionary cute? It's fun to just read through it. A lot of those phrases are stuck. A lot of them we've never heard of before. Vic is in from Eugene. Been on and off up there today. Linda, you got a new cast. I hope that's good. I hope that means you're making progress. It's kind of scary. You'd think one cast would be all you need, right? Just wear the cast until you're set. All right. And then who else is logged in? Sandy she's up above 10 degrees. We don't talk about wind chill, right? It's brutal. Diane is in. Linda, a little bit of clouds. 36 degrees. Thank you for giving us the Fahrenheit version, Linda. Glenda's local. Marianne is in from freezing Michigan. Elizabeth, Northern Colorado. Good to see you, Elizabeth. Carol's in from Western Colorado. 16 pages of Flapper Speak. We're not going to really do it. Don't print it, but it's fun to have. I had 2 of them in my Tin Pan Alley thing, and I'll tack them together and give them to those guys. So you got more than enough Flapper Speak. Extra credit if you use Flapper Speak in your dinner conversation tonight. Barbara is in, and Kari is in. Evelyn, 75 and sunny. How's Bozeman doing? 2 degrees. All right, take it. Linda is here. It's fine in Hawaii. Jacqueline is in. Valerie's in. All right, Linda. Oh yeah, Paper Moon. Yeah, Paper Moon's coming. We got a good one. Hey Kay. Kay's local. Kinda lives way north of Colfax. Q Spy. Yeah, you're always welcome, Q. 6 degrees above. Well, now what's true? One person says 7 degrees. The other person says 6 degrees. What's going on up there in Bozeman? Can't you all get on the same page? All right, windy up there in northern whatever. Let's do your arpeggio this morning. Grab the ukulele arpeggio, please. And let's play all the way down, except for the last one. Right? Isn't that where we were? I think so. Arpeggiator prep. Grabbing the ukulele one. Baritone players, you're on chords. Ukulele players, let's play the whole page. It won't take but a jiffy. Ignore the repeats for me, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next line. Next line. Next line. the tough one, and measure 25, go. Phew, that's tougher than you'd think, huh? All right, let's do the baritone version of that. Big thought process you're taking away from this is, hey, when I have a half note or a whole note, I'm going to put in some extra doodly doos. And the way you learn your doodly doos is to use something like this arpeggiator prep to get you where you're just comfortable making these shapes and these sounds. All right. Vicky says, in town. I live in town. Chris is in the suburbs. Okay. Okay. All right. That explains the temperature difference. I thought we had a liar up there in Bozeman, but apparently we have a spatial difference. All right. All right. I live in town. They always say it's going to snow. It never snows in town. It always snows out in the burbs, out to the west. And down south, they get a lot of snow down there. From the top, baritone version, ukulele players, you're playing the chords. 1, 2, not that fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could write a song with those, couldn't you? How about these ones? Go. That's a different song. Sounds beautiful. Go. Lovely tune right there. Let's try E. Go. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, and then C. Go. Very nice. Lovely. Again, big idea, getting your right hand fluid, getting your left hand fluid, continuing to think about chords not just as a collection of things that you're supposed to do, but that they mean something, that they are, that they come together for a reason. And sometimes that reason isn't immediately obvious when you're a newer player. And so we're going to be working on making sure that you understand why things go a certain way. Let's go grab the baritone version, since it's in my hand right now. Let's grab the baritone version of After the Ball. Today we did Daisy Bell in the earlier class, and that was the #1 song from 1892. Guess what's sitting in front of you right now? The #1 song from 91. And a huge smash hit this song was. Charles K. Harris was the Ariana Grande of his day, and they made millions of sales of this song. And what we're thinking about this week is, one, that you're playing music from the 90s, from about 1890. They call that the era, the gay 90s, when they had a ton of just popular music was becoming a thing. Women were getting jobs. There was some freedom. Living in a city started to make some sense. A little bit of loosening of restrictions of some of uh, the way things used to be. And so around 1890 or so, at least for a certain class of people, things were going fine, and made that big run up to the stock market crash. And then, so most of the music that we'll be working on is from those eras, 90s, not so much 1900s. That 10-year period didn't produce a ton of music that I like, but probably did. I just don't know it. Then the teens and the 20s and early 30s were just a fabulous time for music. And so we'll be doing lots of that over the next week. Let's see. Arlo made it in. Clay made it in. And Kat, that was copacetic. That was copacetic. So Kat gets extra credit. Isn't that funny? We look through that dictionary, you're like, oh my goodness, that was copacetic. Nice. After the ball, ukulele players, you know your chords, right? There's nothing in there. I'm looking through there to see if there's anything that should make you sad. Ukulele players, you should be set for this one. Okay. Remember, we're in 3, so give us something sad, mournful. The story behind this song is that a niece is sitting on her uncle's lap and says, how come you never married? And so he tells her the story of that he went to the ball, and the girl he wanted to take home from the ball was kissing another boy. Turns out after his entire life, he finds out that she was actually just giving her brother a kiss. And he spent his life sad and lonely after the ball. So there you go. If that's not love, I don't know what is. Let's give this a try. I'm going to play the Tuff uke, and you're going to play either chords, melody, or Tuff uke if you are on baritone. If you are on ukulele, you're probably just going to play the chords for me. From the top, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Okay. So that tells you where we were in 1891 among people who bought sheet music. That was killer. That was a killer tune. Okay, that was the Purple Rain of its day. Let's go grab. I don't know. Did Purple Rain get to number one? Probably. Let's go grab the ukulele version of that, and let's do the same exact thing. Grab your ukulele version, baritone players. You will be jumping into chords. And for those of you guys who don't know, baritone chords are kind of a bummer. Their F chord, that's your B flat, right? Their B flat is this one. That's kind of a not necessarily comfortable. C7, way up here, right? Ow, that's a bummer. G minor, right there. Sheesh. So the baritone players, you got your work cut out for you. D7 is not too bad, right there. And so when we talk about being sad about B flat, we have to thank the world of baritone players that they're willing to do this, because their chord shapes very often are tougher than the ukulele ones. Once in a while they get lucky, but for the most part they're tougher. All right, from the top, 2 times through. And I want you to be feeling the depth of sadness here. 1, 2, 3. This ukulele is out of tune. Isn't that sad? Don't you want to just burst into tears? The poor guy ends up alone his entire life because the girl he wanted to be his sweetheart was busy kissing somebody else at the ball. And he saw the preliminary kiss, and then he ran and turned tailed, sad and lonely, and spent his entire life alone. Turns out it was her brother, and he wasted all that. He wasted his life. Brutal. All right, there's After the Ball. I love that tune. I love it that it was number one, like a smash hit in 1891. I love it. sort of the weekend of his day. 5'2". We've done this one a little bit. Let's do it some more. Let's grab your ukulele version of it. So you guys know we already played this with last month over and over and over, and we played the ukulele version. But I don't remember. I don't think we had the baritone version. Is that my recollection, or did we? In any event, we have both versions now, and so give you a chance to refresh this. This song, we don't know where it came from. It just showed up. And back in the day with copyright is different now than it used to be. Now, you copyright right now. Basically, the entire system is a complete disaster. Before, you would copyright your song, and then if you perform the song, you would also copyright the song. And if you arrange the song, you would also copyright the song. So it was a little messy the way things were copyrighted, and so we're not 100% sure. It appears that Weinrich and Mahoney had played a role in this song, but we don't know for sure. And it's definitely a public domain song, so you feel like you can do whatever you want with it. Let's see, what other things? B flat caused me to buy my first capo. yeah, and you guys know Arlo is a legit guitar player. Like, he really knows his chords inside and out. He teaches me bar stuff all the time. Like, don't play it down here, play it up here, and you'll be way easier. And I'm like, I don't know those chords way up here yet, Arlo. But that's hilarious, Barlow. Yeah, back in the day, you're like, I can't do B flat. Guitar, it's this, right? A really unpleasant positioning. So that's funny, Arlo. Patty, because he's an idiot. No, he's a romantic, Patty. It's different. It's close. Basically seems like they're the same thing, but it's not. It's different. All right, 5'2", ukulele style, baritones. Grab your chords. When you get to that C plus add 9, you play a C chord. Right, so don't let this stuff confuse you. Especially, we got Barrett jazz stuff happening tonight. I don't have that sheet music posted yet. We'll see how much I get done after class here today. But don't let all this stuff confuse you. If there's an M after something, that's important. That changes it from a major sound to a minor sound. If there's a 7 after it, that's important. But all the other stuff that's after it is just decoration. And so C sharp add 9, yeah, that's cool, right? Okay, but if you just play a C chord there, it's the same, so close to the same thing. And in fact, if you play the melody note versus this, there's a little flavoring difference, but if you're on chords and you're like, I don't know what all that stuff is, just play the main chord and you'll be fine. You will be fine. Okay. We play this a lot, so let's see how you do. 1, 2. Oh, it's a 1 beat count in. Ready, play. I'm going to stop adding that F chord on now at the end. I don't think that helps. I think just bum bum sounds fine. My challenge with this song, after playing it now 15 years, is still 6, 7, 10, 7, 8, 6, 0, 3, 4. I do not know how that could possibly continue to eat my lunch, but don't be confused. Playing melody can be very challenging. We got a couple of songs coming up in night class Monday night that have some melody runs in them that is just uncontrollably difficult. And so, those of you guys who are like, yep, I'm going to play Tuff Uke all of the time, know that that's delightful, but there's definitely some skill to be had in playing straight melody. All right, Patty, because he's an idiot. Love, Patty, love. All right, 5'2" for baritone. I don't remember if we had this before. We have it now. Dead exact same thing, everything, but ukulele players, you're going to be playing a C chord. A lot of you guys have been to the ukulele strum-alongs. You're like, yep, I like 5'2" in the key of C. 5'2", let's see, it's in ukulele strum-along. 5'2", eyes of blue. Oh, what those 5 feet could do. Has anybody seen my gal? Da, 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 5 foot. Turned up notes, right? So that's how you do it in ukulele strum along, and that's super fun, right? Then when you come to me and then we meet, and I'm like, oh, by the way, there's this other way of playing. It's going to be really difficult. You're going to spend the rest of your life working on it. You will probably play once or twice where you play perfect. The rest of the time, you're going to be making all kinds of mistakes that you can't believe you made. That's the life that I offer to you. From the top, ready, play. Slow it down there and then go. There we go. Right? So if you like, if the version that you got at the ukulele strum along is in C, now you can get a baritone, right? And you just play right along with that, and then they're going to want to know what you're up to there. And so now you have it in F and in C, right? Different instruments, but same. Especially if you're a singer, what do you care, right? Hey, Warren, feel like he's talking to me. No, Warren, I just have the good stuff, man. I got the milkshake, right? That's nice. All right. So how are we doing on time? We got 10 minutes. What do we have left? Today, I did so much music over the weekend. I don't even know where we are. Oh, Tonight You Belong to Me. Guys, we did this previous in the season. I don't know what months ago. I think we did this for Flapper Week earlier this year. And this has a very particular skill set that I need you to know. And so grab the ukulele version. We will talk about it, and then baritone players, you'll pay attention to this. This will be a challenging piece to play as an ensemble. And since there's mostly ukulele players here, we'll go over it on the ukulele version. And then those of you on baritones, you're going to be paying attention. Okay. So the challenge with this piece is that you are not Steve Martin and Bernadette Peters, and you don't have a trumpet, and so we've got to create this thing that happened at this moment that's kind of cute. And I listened to I don't know how many of the old recordings of this, and they basically had it right in Steve Martin and the Jerk, and so to get it as a solo ukulele piece, it's pretty challenging. In the movie, Steve Martin has a ukulele, but he's not really playing it. And so we are under the notion that this is a ukulele song. It's a pretty challenging ukulele song. So let's walk through, talk about the skill set that you're going to need, and then we'll go through and put it together. The first thing is, remember when you started ukulele and you learned C chord? And you're like, that is the greatest thing ever. I'm going to live my life by this code. Okay? Somewhere over the rainbow, way, way, way up high. You think I could remember that? C, G, F, C. There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. And you're like, I'm set. I'm playing ukulele forever. So then you come here, and I'm like, no, we're not going to make a C chord like that anymore. We're going to do a bar here, A shape in front. Here's your A shape, slide up. Okay, baritone players, you're making the necessary name change, but the same skill set, right? Bar on 3, the shape in front. Okay? That's also a C chord. The reason you have to use this C chord is you're going to need to be in charge of it. And we got Arlo in the house, and he knows bar chords. And the nice part about bar chords is you're now in charge of all of your strings. If you do this, you're only in charge of one string. So you can't really do, because there's just one note. Okay, so you're going to have to use a bar chord. So that's what you're after. By the way, on the measure 1, the very last note is a 3/4 on Tuff. You just get rid of the 4. It's too hard to do, and so you can do this however you like. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, or you could do that 4, I suppose. Okay, or strumming. If that's what you're after, is to get this wah wah sound in. And you're playing all these triplets in here. The sheet music can be a little overwhelming. So you just want to get this idea of what you're doing, and then you don't even need to look at the paper. Right, and you can either do a full strum, you hit the 4, you can hit the 3. I've just been hitting the 3. Because I think that sounds about right. I think that blues, it's tonight. It's tonight. Tonight you belong to me. So yeah, and frankly, this is kind of bluesy, right? Okay, so you get that bending sound. Wow, wow. Okay. That's what you're after. That's your beginning. Okay. Next up, we're gonna play some song. Okay. So go to measure 3. This is the same on both ukulele and baritone. Just the chords are different. Chord names are different, but you're gonna go. So I know you belong. Belong to me, somebody new, but tonight. Okay, so that that's kind of hard to do. So if you're playing solo, Okay, and let's talk about that note in just a second. Okay, so what you're working on is this thing, but each time you go through it, you're in a different chord. So the first time you do it, it's a C7. The next time you do it, you're in F. The next time you do it, F minor, what? And then back to C. So the chord change here is a big deal. And the problem is the chord shape doesn't really help you that much. So if you are in the first, and baritone players, you have the same problem. Okay, so you're going to be in measure 3, this shape. Then you go to this shape, 3, 5, 7, and then you do a full over, all zeros with your 5. That 3 is a reset note, and then you're going to go to this shape, and then you're going to do a bar on 5. I've gone ahead and put you could use a 3 on the first string, but I put an 8 on the second string because I think it's easier. F minor is this shape, C minor for baritone. You got to reach it probably 1 and pinky, probably, because you're going to have to get that 3 right away. And then this weirdo chord, 5, 4, 5. You don't want to hit that top string. You could. Creates enough weirdness. Okay, so that's this moment. It almost feels like a diminished chord. Okay, it's a minor chord with the melody note in the wrong melody note. Quang. Lots of tension to resolve. You're with somebody new, and then we're gonna resolve. But tonight you be G7 long. Okay, you want to put it, that's way up high there, right? So make sure you give it some vibrato. Hit the 7, and then come back to, forget singing it, right? Forget that, because your melody notes here, me, but you're not going to be focused in on that. Don't worry about the melody here. Worry about getting back into your chord idea. Okay, and then you go back, repeat that whole section. Now, when you get to measure 11, prior to when we did it last time, I had you speed up here. And since then, I've decided that doesn't sound exactly right. So what I did is I speeded up the prior section and slowed this section down. So it's all basically the same speed. And what I want you to do when you're coming into the second time around, let me go from that measure, the pickup into measure 8. You be wrong, a little vibrato, and then you hit the 7, 2, and then go to the second ending. Me, bum, 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 G7, bum. Okay, so it feels like there's very definitely, you're going into the B section of the song, the bridge, if you will, a totally different feeling there. You're going to come in before the first time through, bum, 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 but the second time through, give it a lot more love. Way, now you can get back into that sort of Tin Pan Alley thing. Down by the stream, how sweet it will, and then look what you have here, an A flat. How many of those do I give you? A bar on 3, F shape in front. Sing once more, just to dream in the moonlight. Okay, again. Bum, bum. So you might, if you can, put a bar on 2. Moonlight, bum, bum. If you can't do that, just hit the A chord or the D chord, and then the 7, moonlight. Let it ring for just a second, and then just go grab your G7. My baby, my baby, and then you're going to go back up to measure 3. No. And then you jump to the coda. Okay, so when you hit measure 20, it tells you DSL coda. The segno is sitting at 3. You come back down, you play through measure 8. There's the coda. Jump to the end of the song, to me, and then you got to be really sweet about this. And that's how you're going to finish it up. I will tell you, and we're out of time, so we'll do the baritone one tomorrow. We'll get to everything this week. We may have to give some of it short order. But with this one, I gave this to our new players in the orchestra a couple years ago, and it was definitely like the clear up to the time that we were ready to put it on stage. I wasn't sure if it was going to quite make it because it's a challenging piece, but when we got it there finally, it was amazing. And it was so fascinating to watch how many of the players, brand new players in orchestra, brand new to instrumental, got where those runs, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, right, running up and down the neck, that I saw almost all of them staring down at their neck, because you almost have to memorize where this thing happens, because it's all over the place. And it's a beautiful, fun, super cool piece to play. If you had a trumpet, you wouldn't have to do any of this, right? But as instrumentalists, we got a lot to do. So tomorrow we'll start. I'll probably pull off the arpeggios. What will I do tomorrow? Tomorrow we were playing arpeggios. We got Come Josephine on My Flying Machine, which is a much easier song. Won't take us very long to do it. If You Knew Susie is also fairly challenging. So I'll put the baritone. We'll move 5'2". We'll start with baritone 5'2" tomorrow. We'll ditch the arpeggios tomorrow, and then we'll focus in on Come Josephine and If You Knew Susie. Remember, this week we only have 4 days. So on Thursday we will have our Tin Pan Alley in Love concert. We'll probably be pushing this over into next week too. Who cares when Valentine's Day is? It is good stuff. I got a lot more Tin Pan Alley than I thought. And then tonight we're doing jazz. I don't have that music posted yet, but so check about 5 minutes before class, and I'll probably have some more stuff posted for you guys on that. And that's what I know. That's how much ukulele I have in my head right now. Questions, comments, or concerns? Otherwise, off you go. Keep practicing. Let's see. Evelyn says that was fun. This is a fun song. Tonight You Belong to Me would be a song if I decided I'm going to really show off the ukulele's skills. I'm going to really show people what it can do. That's the piece I'd give. Enough people are remember seeing Steve Martin in The Jerk playing this and have some recollection of it. So it's not a song that's completely foreign to people, but it's definitely one of these kind of designer pieces where you get a chance to bring all of your best skill set together and do that. Off to the juice joint. Yeah. I don't know what that means, Carol, but I hope that it's legal. Have a wonderful day. Fran, I love the Tin Pan Alley. Tin Pan Alley stuff will be fun. Remember, guys, the other nice thing, 1922, 1927, there are people, young people, 20s, 30s, with ukuleles in their hands playing this music on purpose, right? Like it was a thing. And so you're joining this. For some of you, your grandmother, for some of you, your great grandmother, whatever, they were messing around with this music back then, and here you are, right? This was fun stuff for them. So here you are joining in the merry band. All right, Pauline, many thanks. Sorry for cutting you off this morning, Pauline. Terry, good to see you, boss. Lynn, yep, you bet. You're welcome, Lynn. Good to see you. Amy, have a great day. Sandy. We'll see lots of you guys tonight. Love the jazz class. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of mad at I am mad at Harlem Nocturne. Oh my God. I am so angry. I bet you spent 4 hours on it yesterday. Still didn't finish it. Glinda, good to see you. Janice, thanks, Gary. Really nice songs. Missing tonight, but we'll catch the replay. Okay, sounds good, Janice. We'll pretend you're there. Jacqueline, good to see you. Cat, everything is Jake again. Everything is Jake. Guess who our lead player? He's our number one player, Jake. Everything's Jake. Yeah, that means everything's awesome, right? Kat, you still have to go to work. You can't just sit down and memorize weirdo phrases from the Tin Pan Alley Flapper Dictionary. Yeah, I can see Kat showing up to class later. Hey, everybody. With a Flapper speaking with a Brooklyn accent. That's funny. Go get him, Kat. Vicky, good to see you. Cindy, good to see you. Elizabeth, thanks again. Your grandmother was Swedish. I don't know. I wonder what was going on musically in Sweden in 1920. Probably Enya. Probably just Enya. Ronnie, good to see you. Had a good time. Barbara, see you tonight. Cindy, Harlem Nocturne is not cool, Cindy. It's not cool. It is. I'm enraged by it. I've got where I can handle pretty much any type of music. This one is beating me up bad. So I've rewritten it in 3 different keys, if that gives you any sense of how bad it is. So yeah, we'll get it though. We'll get it. All right, guys. Have a lovely afternoon. I'll see some of you tonight. I'll see the rest of you mañana.